Hello, greeting you. A very happy morning to each one of you. Students, as you know, our exams are over. So, we are going to proceed ahead with our syllabus. So, as you know, we left on tenses. So, we will be continue with tenses only. So, in today's video, we are going to look at the simple past tense. Okay. So, first we are going to cover the structures of this tense, and then we will see the uses of simple past tense. Alright, let's start it. So, simple past tense. To remember, V2 means second form of the verb is used to represent simple past tense affirmative sentence. I'm going to repeat it. V2 means second form of the verb is used to represent affirmative sentences of simple past tense. Okay, so what is V2 and how to form the sentences, that we will look now. So to form affirmative sentence in simple past tense, first of all you need to write the subject. Students, we have discussed earlier also what the subject is. Subject means doer of an action. Okay, whoever does the action, whoever does the work is called a subject. So in affirmative sentence, first of all you have to write the subject. Then you need to write here V2. V2 means second form of the verb, and then you have to write the object and full stop. So this is the sweet and simple structure of simple past tense that we need to follow. So subject like she gave me a gift. She gave me a gift. Look at the example. Dear students, just whenever we are talking about the tenses, whatever tense we are talking about, just you have to look at the helping verb and main verb of the tense. So as you know, in affirmative sentence of simple present tense, we don't use any helping verb. We just use V2. Okay, and this is V2 here. Okay, give, gave, and given. All right, so this is V1, this is V2, and this one is V3. So in simple past tense we have to use V2. The most amazing thing you will see here, do you know, V2 is only used in simple past tense affirmative sentence. There is only one use of V2, and that is only simple past affirmative sentence. Okay, so do remember this. To form the sentences, affirmative sentences, we have to use V2 there. Okay, the next one is like I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. Sorry, I wrote a letter. So what did I use here? V2. Just you can see, right? Right is V1, wrote is V2, and written is V3. Alright. So what did we use here? V2 means V1, V2 and V3. So sorry, there will be V2 not V3. We are studying about simple past tense. Alright. So as you have seen here, in simple past tense we have to pay attention means V2. Okay, so affirmative sentence is represented by V2 in simple past tense. Okay, so and now you have to see negative sentence. Okay, these were affirmative sentences. Now we will look at the negative sentences. So what the negative sentence say here? In negative sentence, do remember, as we have discussed earlier as well, in negative sentence we need helping verb. Okay, so what helping verb will be used here? Just guess. All right. Okay, so I think you have guessed it here. So did will be here helping verb in negative sentence only, and main verb. Which form of the verb will we use here now? Can we use V2 here? Guess it. Not at all. Dear students, do remember, if did is there, we can't use V2. Here we will use V1. Here we will use V1. Okay. So remember, whenever we are going to form negative sentences, then we have to use did plus V1. Don't use V2 with the did. As I have told you earlier, there is only one use of V2, and that is simple past affirmative sentence. We use only V2 in simple past affirmative sentence. We can't use negative and interrogative as well. And what is the reason behind it? Because we need helping verb in negative sentence and interrogative sentence as well. So if we form the negative sentence of the same sentence, what we have to write there now? We earlier, what was the example? He gave me a gift. So what we will write here? He or she, whatever our subject was there, we wrote, I think, she. So she did not give me a gift. She did not give me a gift. So what did you notice here? What will be the structure of negative sentence? First of all, we wrote subject, isn't it? Okay, after subject, we wrote here did. After did, what did you notice here? Not is there. After not, what is there? V1 or V2? We wrote here V1. Do remember, if you have written did here, already did. Okay, already we have used did here. It means this is simple past tense. Okay, so did is there, so we have used here V1, and then it will be object and a full stop. Okay, and here there's no big deal using helping verb with singular subject and plural subject, because all the subjects in affirmative sentence will take V2, and in negative sentence all the subjects will take a did here. Okay, no other options. Okay, no other options are there. So it's quite easy, I think, to understand simple past tense. Okay, the next one is the next example. What we wrote, I wrote a letter, so that was affirmative. I wrote a letter. All right, I wrote a letter. So we have to form the same sentence into negative. So what we have to do here? First of all, subject. What is the subject? Who wrote the letter? I. We have written. Next, we have to use helping verb. So this is V2. In simple past, negative sentence we have to form. Then what we have to use here? Definitely did. Okay. After this, we will form here. We will write here not, as we are forming negative sentence. Okay. After this is V2. Can we write the same? Not at all, because we have used here did. It means we will write here V1 of wrote. And what is the V1 of wrote is write. Okay. I did not write a letter. Okay. Do remember, both the sentences are in simple past, but this is affirmative and this one is negative. Okay, next we are going to form interrogative sentence. Look at the structure of negative sentence. What the structure will be there of negative sentence? Subject plus did plus not plus V1 plus object. Do remember, we have to use V1 with did to represent negative sentences in simple past tense. Okay, next we are going to form interrogative sentences. What kind of sentences? Interrogative. Alright, you know as how we form interrogative sentences in the tenses which we have studied earlier as well. So interrogative sentence. Interrogative, how you will form? Okay, so you can begin either with helping verb or with the WH word. Okay, both the startings will be correct here. You can start with helping verb or WH word. So just to remember the structure of interrogative sentence. Just after WH word, there should be helping verb written. Just whatever WH word you have written, just write helping verb of the same tense. after this helping verb. Okay, instead of helping verb, what we have to write here? Did. All right. Okay. Then subject. Then we have to write here V1 in simple past tense. After this will be object, adverb, adjective, whatever is there, and at last we have to put the question mark. And if we start with helping verb, just you need to write here did. After did, you have to write the subject. After this V1, object, and then question mark. So these two are the structure of interrogative sentences in simple past tense. So if we form the same sentence here in interrogative structure, how you will write? If you write with WH word. Okay. So what was that? Give me a gift. So we can write here, what did she give me? So this is question here. We are asking a question that what did she give me? So remember, just after we start WH word. After this helping verb. After this subject is there. V1 is there and direct object is there and question mark is there. Alright. After this we have to start. If we start the sentence with helping verb, you can write definitely. Did she give me? Did she give me a gift? Did she give me a gift? And question mark. So this sentence is started with the helping verb and this sentence is started with the WH word. And the another example was I wrote a letter. The same sentence you can form in interrogative formation as well. So I wrote a letter. So I can ask, who did I write? Who did I write? What did I write? And question mark. You can start it with helping verb as well. Did I write a letter? Okay, done. So this is interrogative sentence. So you can begin your interrogative sentence with helping verb, either with helping verb or with WH word. Okay, both will be correct here. Just you need to look at the structure. Just need to remember the structure. What will be the structure of sentences here. Alright. So simple past. Just we are going to revise the things. Simple past affirmative sentence means we have to use V2. Okay, just remember simple past affirmative sentence. If you are going to form, just you have to use V2 there. Alright. And if you are using negative sentence, then in negative sentence we have to use helping verb and that will be did. But did does not take V2. Does always take V1. Okay. And in interrogative sentence as well, we will use did plus V1. Just remember the structure. Both the structures will be there. Okay, the structures are the most important thing in tenses. So you should know the structure of simple sentence means affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentence. After learning the structure, just you need to learn the helping verbs and main verbs only of all the tenses. Okay. One main problem is there means students make mistake in identifying the tenses like I was tired. I was tired. Okay, if I ask you which tense is this? Okay, so can you recall it? Can you recall simple present tense when we studied? Okay, so just look at it, beta. This is the helping verb of a present continuous tense. Okay, nobody can tell me this, but it has not been used here as a helping verb. It has been used here as a main verb, and that is called be form. If you have heard, okay, be form means in present it will be is, am, are, and in past it will be was, were. Okay, whenever you are given in blank and in bracket you are given with be form, then you have to fill these is, am, are, was, were in past, and will be and shall be in future. Okay, so these are called be forms. and when they are used as main verb. Okay, if ism are both were like this, if these are used main verb as a main verb, here was and were means here was is used as a main verb. If they are used as main verb, then it will be simple past tense, not past continuous tense. All right, like if I write here, I was writing, I was writing. Now you look at it, I was writing. So here, what is the main verb? Action verb is there. Okay, writing is main verb and it is helping verb. Now it is past continuous tense. Okay, because it has been used here as a helping verb, but here it has been used as a main verb, so it will be simple past tense. All right, and very simple way to identify whether it is simple past or past continuous. If these verbs means these words are followed by V4, definitely it will be continuous tense. And if these are not followed by V4 means ing form, definitely they are used in simple tenses. Okay, like we were we were happy. We were happy. Now you see, just after verb, V4 is not there. Alright, ing form is not there. That's why it will be simple past tense. Is it? Simple past tense. I hope you have understood this, how to identify this, whether it is simple past or past continuous tense. Now we will see the uses of simple past tense, how to use and where to use simple past tense. Okay, all right. So first of all, to express past event or past action, okay, which is completely unrelated to the present. Okay, the action which has taken place in the past but it is completely unrelated to the प्रेजेंट. मतलब एक ऐसा एक्शन जो पास्ट में हो चुका है और आपके प्रेजेंट को वो बिल्कुल अफेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है, आपके प्रेजेंट को वो बिल्कुल प्रभावित नहीं कर रहा है. दैट काइंड ऑफ सेंटेंस, दैट काइंड ऑफ एक्शन नीड टू फॉर्म इन सिंपल पास्ट टेंस. ऑलराइट, like if you write here, I ate some rice yesterday. I ate some rice yesterday. Alright, beta. So whatever you have done, whatever activity you have done, now it is not affecting our present. आपने past में कुछ चावल खाए थे, अब वो हमारे प्रेजेंट को बिल्कुल इफेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है. वो एक ऐसा एक्शन था that has been completed in the past and it is not affecting our present. Okay, it is totally unrelated to the present. ठीक है? So that sentence we have formed in simple past tense. Alright, because I have heard several times students being confused in simple past tense and present perfect tense, because present perfect tense also shows the complete action, isn't it? Present perfect tense भी आपको क्या दिखाता है? Action that has been completed recently. ठीक है, पास्ट भी आपको क्या दिखाता है? सिंपल पास्ट टेंस भी ये दिखाता है, द एक्शन हैज बीन कंप्लीटेड, द एक्शन हैज नॉट बीन कंटिन्यू नाउ. ऑलराइट, so how to identify, how to differentiate between these two tenses? That is very simple. If the action is affecting your present time, okay, then you have to use this in present perfect. And if it has not been affecting your present time, you need to form the sentence in simple past tense. Like, she went to Delhi. She went to Delhi 2 days ago. 2 days ago. ठीक है. Now you can see any effect here in present. अब आप कोई भी यहाँ पे कोई इफेक्ट देख सकते हो प्रेजेंट में? नॉट एट ऑल. वो 2 दिन पहले ढली गए थे, अब ठीक है, अब उसका कोई इफेक्ट प्रेजेंट में नहीं हो रहा है. ऑलराइट, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव रिटन हियर V2. Now this is also V2. V2 means we have used here simple past tense. We did not use here present perfect tense. So we had to use present perfect tense. Now you have to see one side. Okay, look, you are in classroom, okay, and your test is going to be conducted. आपके कोई भी टीचर आपका टेस्ट कंडक्ट कर रहा है and you are supposed to bring your notebook of the same subject, but you forgot the notebook. Now you see, आप नोटबुक तो भूल गए, ठीक है, आपका जो फॉरगॉट का एक्शन था वो तो आप भूल चुके हो, लेकिन वो फॉरगॉट का जो एक्शन है वो आपकी प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन को अभी अफेक्ट कर रहा है, isn't it? क्यों क्यों कैसे अफेक्ट कर रहा है? बिकॉज यू हैव टू राइट द एग्जाम इन द सेम नोटबुक एंड यू हैव फॉरगॉटन इट एट होम, isn't it? कि आपको सेम नोटबुक में एग्जाम लिखना है लेकिन आप उस नोटबुक को घर पे भूल आए, और अब वो एक्शन जो है वो आपके प्रेजेंट को अफेक्ट कर रहा है, डेफिनेटली वो इफेक्ट कर रहा है, इसलिए आप ये सेंटेंस किस में बनाएंगे? प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में। ओके, लाइक आई हैव फॉरगॉटन माय नोटबुक, आई हैव माय नोटबुक। So like this, Vika, you have to identify, okay, whether the situation, whether the action is affecting the present or not. If it is related to present, if it is affecting your present, definitely you have to form the sentence into present perfect tense. And if it is not affecting, it is totally unrelated to the present, then you need to form the sentence into simple past tense. So this was the first use of simple past tense, means the event that has taken place in the past. Okay, to express past event or past action, we have to use simple past tense, and the action has been completed, the action is not going on, that remember. ऐसा एक्शन जो पास्ट में कंप्लीट हो चुका है, पूरा हो चुका है, to represent this action we have to use simple past tense. And look at the most important use, okay, nowadays in exams, in competitive exams, every exams, it has been asked, okay, to express hypothetical situation. Okay, what is this hypothetical situation? Is, you need to know that imaginary situation, just you need to imagine, this is not true, that is not reality. Okay, ये रियलिटी नहीं होती है, ये ट्रूथ नहीं होता है, सिर्फ तुम उसको इमेजिन करते हो, सिर्फ तुम सोचते हो कि काश ऐसा होता, isn't it? Like you have heard the several times the example, if I were a bird I would fly. Look at the example, if I were a bird I would fly. Look at it. As we have discussed earlier, what is there? V4 is not there, ing form is not there, means definitely it is simple past tense, isn't it? Okay. So why did we use here simple past tense? हम बात तो प्रेजेंट की कर रहे हैं, तो simple past tense क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं? मैं तो ये कह रही हूँ कि अगर मैं बर्ड होती तो मैं फ्लाई करती. Okay. But why did I use here simple past tense? So this is condition beta. In such type of conditional sentences which represent or which indicate hypothetical situation, we have to use their simple past tense. Means एक ऐसी situation होती है that cannot be completed in the near future. ओके, ये एक ऐसी एक्शन है, ऐसी विश है तुम्हारी, एक ऐसी डिजायर है जो अभी फ्यूचर में कंप्लीट, मीन्स नियर फ्यूचर में या अभी थोड़े टाइम में पूरी नहीं हो सकती. जब आप बोल रहे हो तब तो बिल्कुल पूरी नहीं हो सकती. सो to represent such kind of situation or imaginary situation you can call, and in real word this is called hypothetical situation. Hypothetical situation. So to represent hypothetical situation, to imaginary situation that cannot be completed in the near future, we have to use their simple past tense. Okay, कई बार हम ऐसे कह रहे हैं कि whatever situation, whatever thing is there, okay, if your teacher is teaching you, okay, तो तुम क्या कहते हैं कि मैं अगर टीचर होता तो मैं ऐसे पढ़ाता, isn't it? आपकी सिचुएशन है, आप ऐसा सोच रहे हैं क्योंकि ऑल ऑफ सडन आपके माइंड में आ जाता है, ठीक है, आपकी छुट्टी नहीं हुई, तो मैंने कई बार सुना है बच्चों को कि अगर मैं प्रिंसिपल होता तो आज मैं हॉलीडे डिक्लेयर कर देता, isn't it? कई बार छुट्टी नहीं मिलती, ईगरली वेट करते हैं. सो आप कई बार उस सिचुएशन में अपने आप को रख कर देखते हो. So in this situation, in this hypothetical situation, you have to use simple past tense. I like, if I were a principal, if I were a principal, I would declare holiday. Okay. So like this, you have to use here. If I were a principal, I would declare holiday. So in this hypothetical situation, we have to use simple past tense. All right, beta. So next is we are going to look at the one more thing, one more use you have to see, your wish. तो कई बार तुम विश करते हो ना कि काश ऐसा होता, ओके, काश मौसम ऐसा हो जाए, काश मेरे को ये पता हो, काश मेरे पास ऐसा होता. योर विश, योर डिजायर, जो भी आप विश करते हो तुरंत, दैट ऑल्सो रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय सिंपल पास्ट टेंस. ऑलराइट, लाइक आई विश आई न्यू हर नेम, काश मुझे उसका नाम पता होता. सो आई विश, जहाँ पे भी विश वर्ड आ गया, okay, whenever you see this word I wish, always use simple past tense there. Just remember, I wish I knew her name. Okay, so these are called with conditional sentences. In such kind of conditional sentences which represent hypothetical situations, we have to use their simple past tense. So that was simple past tense that we have covered in our today's video. Hopefully you have understood. Do remember, students. Okay, just now we are going to revise the things. In simple past tense, we do means second form of the verb is used to represent simple past affirmative sentence, but we use helping verb did in negative and interrogative sentences. That's why with did we have to use V1 to form interrogative or negative sentences in simple past tense. Okay, and what will be the usage? The action which has been taken place in past time and which is completely unrelated to the present. Okay, which is not affecting our present time. It means we have to form the sentence in simple past tense. And the next one will be there, the hypothetical situation, the imaginary situation. Okay, if we have to express our hypothetical situation, then also we have to use simple past tense. So that is all about simple past tense. Okay, so do remember, just you have to do your homework carefully. Hopefully you will be doing all the exercises correctly after watching this video. Thank you very much.